Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Be Perfectly Blended. If you've been here before, thanks so much for coming back. And if you're new, thanks so much for clicking on. In today's video, I got up early. I'm gonna go get my nails done at the nail salon, come back, make breakfast for my family. Oh, look who's still sleeping. And then I'm gonna get the house cleaned up, and then I am making loaded baked potatoes for dinner. Thanks for joining me. So I ended up going with the peach color on the far left with the gold below it for my nails. And then I did a pink sparkle for my toes. Now that I'm finished, I'm going to go ahead and run to Starbucks. I was so happy with my toes. They were so cute. I'm so ready for flip-flop weather. But I'm going to go ahead and grab my coffee. And then I got my sons each a caramel frappe. Of course, one of them minus the coffee. Now that I'm home, I'm going to go ahead and start breakfast, even though it's more like brunch. I'm going to go ahead and make some potatoes, bacon, and some eggs. So I'm going to start by putting some oil in the pan and let that heat up while I prep the bacon to put in the oven. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the potatoes in the skillet. I had to kind of break them up. They were still frozen in big chunks. So once I did that, I put them in the skillet, and then I'm going to go ahead and break them up some more. And then I'll add my seasonings. To season my potatoes, I just use my basic garlic and onion powder, salt, black pepper, and a little bit of seasoning salt. Of course, this is optional, but I did add a little bit of Slap Your Mama and a little bit of the salt-free Kinder barbecue seasoning just to add a little bit of kick to my potatoes. Leave a comment down below and let me know, is there any extra seasonings you use on your morning potatoes? Here I'm just preparing to make some scrambled eggs. I do add a little bit of milk. Leave a comment down below and let me know, do you add milk to your scrambled eggs? And then I just season with a little bit of salt and pepper. Sometimes I'll use the butter spray like a Pam to coat my skillet, but I also like to use butter when I am scrambling eggs. So that's what I'm doing here. Okay, everything's looking pretty good now. Potatoes are done, scrambled eggs are done. So now I'm going to go ahead and clean out the skillet and then put another little pat of butter in and make my husband's eggs. He likes his over hard. Now the bacon is done. Everything else is good to go. I was just keeping it warm over there in the other skillet, and it's time to eat. This is my husband's plate right here. And then I fixed my son's plate. And my grandson had some potatoes and eggs in his high chair. And it was really good. As I mentioned earlier, this is later in the day, so it's really almost like lunch. But, you know, we're going with breakfast. Brunch, maybe. But now that everybody's eaten, it is definitely time to get the house picked up. I'm just starting by straightening up, getting the blankets put back on, and trying to pick up some odds and ends that are here in the living room. Of course, as you can see, I have my grandson today, so things aren't going to stay clean, but we're going to try to manage best we can. Now, my grandson here, if you watch him, he is like the only kid I know that goes for the vacuum. He is so not afraid of it. Matter of fact, it used to take me a long time to vacuum because he would steadily try to come at it. I don't know. Definitely leave a comment down below if you have a child or a grandchild that's not scared of the vacuum. Because all my kids, even if they weren't scared of it, they definitely were avoiding it or staying up on the couch while I was vacuuming. Now that I'm done vacuuming, I'm going to go ahead and freshen up the living room with a little Febreze. All right. Hey, guys, it's a little bit later. So what I'm doing for dinner tonight is a loaded baked potatoes. So I'm going to use the baked potatoes that I got from Costco, the really big ones. And then we have all the sides for them. So the cheese and sour cream and, well, we have soy bacon bits. And then I have chili left over from when we went up to the mountains because whatever I had left there, I just froze there so we wouldn't have to waste it. Brought it back. So I'm going to heat that up so then if anyone wants to add the chili to it, then they can do it. So anyways, a really easy, simple dinner. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. All right. I have rinsed off my potatoes already. So these are the Costco potatoes. So I'm going to go ahead and just cover them with oil slightly and some salt. And then I'm just going to put them in the oven. I have my son put the oven on 350. I think I might up it to 375. But and put those in. I anticipate having them in for at least an hour. And then, of course, I'll pull them out and check on them here or there. So let's get started. So I did end up upping the oven to 400 degrees. And these potatoes took about an hour and 20 minutes to cook. So a little longer than anticipated. Here I'm just giving them a light coating of oil. And then I'm going to sprinkle some salt. I'm doing both sides, prepping them for the oven. As you'll see, I did not cover these potatoes with foil, nor did I poke holes in them. I just put them in the oven and let them cook. They're ready to go in. I did up it to 400 degrees, and they'll probably take at least an hour, and I will check on them periodically. So that's the chili reheating up on the stove. Yummy. Potatoes are in and going. Here I'm just using my cheese grater to just grate a little bit of onion. So if people want to sprinkle some on top of their potato. And then these are some chives from our garden that my son grew. So I chopped those, well, I rinsed it and then chopped those off. And then we have butter, and I've got pats of butter already kind of cut so you can just place it in your potato. And then, of course, some seasonings, some bacon bits, and some cheese, sour cream, and the chili. So here I am preparing my husband's baked potato. I added a little onion, a little chives, some soy bacon bits, cheese, and he also had sour cream on his as well. And then I topped it off with a little salt and pepper. And voila, there it is. Dinner was great. And as my grandson's in his high chair over here eating, I went ahead and redid his hair real quick. And now he's playing high chair basketball. As you can see, it's much later, so now it's time to tackle the dishes. If you've been here before, you know I prefer Dawn Blue dish soap with a little splash of bleach to soak my dishes in. It just smells so yummy. With the skillets, I went ahead and rinsed this one out and then put it in the sink to soak. But my larger skillet, I just took the time and scrubbed that all the way out, dried it, and put it away. And now I am spraying my sink down with a Clorox type bleach spray, and I'm going to go ahead and scrub that out. Now I'm just going to take the same spray and continue through my kitchen, just giving everything a nice wipe down. Once I disinfected everything, then I did go back to the stovetop and wipe that down with some glass cleaner so that it was nice and shiny. I'm going to go ahead and light a candle real quick, and while the dishes are soaking, I'm going to watch a little TV, and then I'll go back and rinse those off and put those out to dry. But here is a quick overview. The sink is good, dishes soaking, my skillets are drying, the living room still looks good. I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. Thanks so much for coming along with me today. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one.